of Marvel Studios, all of which weren't the same quality that we're used to, which brings us to the next section titled Marvel Team. The internal dysfunction began to show Marvel's output. Viewers complained that there was too much Marvel content to keep up with, and a growing proportionate of it felt subpar, with shows failing to attract new viewers or even old viewers, with shows like Secret Invasion and Miss Marvel releasing in theaters. Marvel's biggest hits were the nostalgia stories like Spider-Man No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine. They then stated that they had a lot riding on Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and then employees at Marvel started to talk regularly about Marvel fatigue. They worried that they had created a no new fans club in which people unfamiliar with the state of the MCU couldn't watch a new release because they had no idea what was going on. Meanwhile, Wall Street's obsession with streaming focused on.
Because that's me.
No,
that's me. Oh.
Decided that Blade's script was not good enough. But this is where things come.
Oh, shit.
It's kind of started to change. Quantumania bombed, and then Kevin Feige decided to become more involved, hoping that the Marvels would bomb. But it became Marvel's biggest bomb ever. And this is where all of the big Marvel changes come in. Marvel and Feige's Parliament team has gone to a retreat every fall in Palm Springs. They would go and they would plan on.
As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UConn Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
From the gun, give on the inside. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive. So you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
The play action fake. Getting some heat.
You
will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the
Ooh,
game. The ball's
man.
out quick, you know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
So UConn's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Might be looking to run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown.
Where's he going?
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Inside the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
This thing is anyway.
Most of the time,
Yeah,
it
it's got
requires
to be.
to find that hole.
You said it wrong. It's really
Slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bringing it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't...
What in the world is that?
Coming. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. These DBs going to give a little cushion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week. And this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Kansas.
Going with the ground game left.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. He leaves it with his back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. A little screen to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. The quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Fine play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Yes! Come on!
Inside the 30. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate. A fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. That pass is incomplete. Second down here, and maybe they got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for the score. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense lining up quickly. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your
That's not a touchdown. He's going into the end zone.
Under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And maybe he'll
Wow.
get to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Rich. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UConn going back to work on offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, and take the positive yards, and you never complain.
Getting the back to that good ocean.
Looking to throw on third. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made after the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. It's Murray. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch.
Touchdown, UConn! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
Great line, getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Rides to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The UConn offense goes back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now,
the expressway is wide open. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Caught, close to the marker, it's Murray. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. This UConn offense
why don't you
really
ask anybody downstairs for some food?
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup.
Okay, but you ain't asking. This is what I'm talking about. Why you don't never ask anybody? What else do you ask somebody
for some food? You want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now the play fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback
he got the come on. He really passed
this
that?
Defense, they are tenacious, and you've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. The Tar Heels get enough for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really manageable. It's a great job by the offense.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry up. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, smelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Morales. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the fourth.
Now.
Let's see what he can do with the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UConn going back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
This time on target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his breaks, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground, finding an escape route. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it left. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The Huskies are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of it, negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away,
Come on, man.
just get what you get and make this next down more manageable.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He wants to throw. On target. They get him down after he makes the catch. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Going to the ground. Runs through a tackle.
Are you serious?
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. Defense in press coverage. Made a defender miss. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the sideline celebration is on. They've hit the lead in the final minute. That was a clutch field goal, and now the pressure goes to the other side. Can they stop them from getting into field goal range to win it? North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays.
Yeah, you
now
catch
they're
it
set up in the red zone.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Run in the red zone, it's Morales. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, throwing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
In the house, Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas built and T. Boone Pickens financed. Welcome to Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Houston Cougars. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll run play action. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go when it starts to move.
The Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Try to go with the wide receiver screen. The receiver just can't look it in, and that's unfortunate because I know that's a play that this offense practices over and over all week.
Touch pass on the run. Inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, as you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Makes the grab inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Steps away to find some room. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll throw on 3rd and short.
Like, why are you stand? Like, come on.
Nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st
Oh,
and goal.
I got to be honest, guys.
course,
I'm a little
man. It's a
surprised
throw
by the
route.
coverage on that play. It's 3rd and short. You can't allow a hitch route to pick up the 1st down, and you've got to have way tighter coverage than that.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it in
No
the
type
end
of
zone.
awareness.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Back to pass, it's Need. He's right on target. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Finds his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Shakes off the defender.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep. This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles, they'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Okay.
He makes a stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more.
I was going to say, man, move. Run away.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 1st and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Louisville rolled to victory. And how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson. So to gush about a play caller there, that's saying something. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
What y'all doing? Like, you literally are just walking as the ball's in the air. What are you doing? Look at this. Bam, ball popped up in the air. Everybody is just walking. Jesus, man, like, y'all wearing this, like, god-awful.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Skips away from pressure.
Thank you.
The defense is there to stop him short of the first down. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away.
Oh, I was going to say, you could have.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
There we go. We'll take that.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking for space. It's Stewart. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs.
With the Dynasty guys, man.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Gotta show the fullback some love.
He gets it to the 43-yard line.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. The short hands, it's Stewart. Tackled immediately after the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Russell to the ground after picking up the first down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage.
Oh,
take
whoa!
the snap, secure the football, play physical, and
That was not the play I thought
nice
I
job of
called.
that running back getting the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Houston going up tempo. Might as well give it to him again.
Why did you not pick him up?
Got on first down. If you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second.
And the ball
Oh!
defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. No, wait, hold on, is he down? No.
Defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts
touchdown.
You know, that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long on the 14. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the
so
first down
skills.
marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice
game. On offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Houston wants to play fast. They'll give it to him again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now.
Let me in
now.
now.
Play action. Now you're making
Donald Trump,
pass
let me in
and run.
now.
This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougars.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the option.
Oh, yeah. What?
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. One running back in the backfield. And
wow.
In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
So you can see up in my window.
First down, it's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. A strike down.
I was going to say, that's better than one. Shoot, man.
Backwards. To do to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short.
Thank you.
Much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I was coming up to try to sack him.
Unit as he'll try to get the 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
1st down for this offense. The give to the tailback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
That's all we need to
replace. Down to 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. past the 40. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Cougars! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turn. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Pocket starts to collapse. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Really good job.
So you can see up in my window.
Get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't get to
They
it.
can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just
Like
freezed the second
SFA.
level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone.
No, come on.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cowboy! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive
Touchdown,
line that makes
Bruce.
those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Here's the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Oh, that was going to be a touchdown right there. I smelled it.
With a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Houston going up tempo. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets behind those pads, picks up more on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3.
Oh, I can't call it.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. To the 10. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 1st down from the 11. Power football with the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Second down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Got some room into the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down.
That's what a man's supposed to do.
He wants to throw. He makes the connection.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Hines is back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets it out
guy
the catch for the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Day and night,
Looking to go up
and I'll be
top on 1st down.
working. Don't sign up to me, no. He want to throw it.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. You're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
I know one thing, man. You better catch that next time, man.
The ball
Because
falls
she
incomplete on
took
third.
the ball.
Now setting up fourth down.
I'm so tired. No.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally get it to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. 42, spike. Looking to pass on second down.
I was going to say, dog, you just let go in.
He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Thank you.
Well past the sticks. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Snap in the shotgun. Quarterback doing what he does best.
Oh, yes, we.
And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, well,
all business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
and that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all.